Why I chose the Merchant Marine over the Navy. If you're thinking about a life at sea and want to serve your country in one way or another, then usually your mind goes straight to joining the Navy. My mind at one time was completely set at joining the Navy. I had everything planned out. I wanted to travel the world on a big ship and get paid to do it, while still, in some way or another, serving my country and helping out to the bigger picture of things. I was often talking to recruiters. I had them in my freaking house. I was getting all the paperwork done. I was ready to go. I was days away from setting off into the Navy. And then I figured out about the Merchant Marine. If you're interested in life at sea and the Merchant Marine sounds interesting to you, join my community, Sailors Connect, where you meet mariners from around the world who will help you step by step, best way to starting your journey in the Merchant Marine. Along with myself, you'll get courses, jobs, whatever you need to start your journey in the Merchant Marine. The best place for it. If that sounds interesting to you, join my community, Sailors Connect, link in description. The reason why I'm so for the Merchant Marine, there's nothing wrong with the Navy. Trust me, I've really, and I repeat, I can't say it enough, was really set on going into the Navy. That is all I wanted at a certain point in my life. But again, until I discovered the Merchant Marine. So the reason I kind of say the Merchant Marine is better is because it gives me specifically more of what I wanted out of life. It gave me the specific things that I was looking for in a job where I'm on a ship traveling the world and getting paid to do it. I mean, everyone knows how great the Navy is. They run an ad on every freaking video I watch on YouTube. Trust me, I don't need to know how great it is, and I don't think you do either. This video is not going to be me directly comparing the Navy and the Merchant Marine. I'm going to tell you the alternate route. If that is something that interests you, getting on a ship, getting paid to do it, serving your country, you don't only have to go to the Navy. You can go and join the Merchant Marine and still have an amazing, fulfilling career traveling the world. Lots of people don't know about this amazing opportunity about joining the Merchant Marine. So I want to help guide you to start your journey in the Merchant Marine. So one of the biggest reasons why I chose the Merchant Marine over the Navy is it was a very hard decision for me. But it became very clear when I discovered this first reason. It's just the freedom that comes with the lifestyle of being a Merchant Marine. Everyone knows when you're in the military, you are kind of controlled in the way your lifestyle is. Everything you do is on the clock for the Navy once you join. The times you eat, when you're out there, when you're home, it's all controlled by them. The job that you do, if you want a certain job and you don't fit the bill for it, they're going to put you at something else. It's all up to the Navy at the end of the day. The freedom to make certain choices in the Navy are very limited. But in the Merchant Marine, I decided I wanted to be in the deck department. I decide when I want to work. I decide when I want to be home. I decide the type of ships I want to work on. I noticed this ship has a better living condition. I chose this ship. I went on this ship and realized I didn't like it. I'm never going back to that ship again. I have more options and more freedom to make the decisions on the type of lifestyle that comes with being a Merchant Marine. And to me, that was so important. If I want to work 6 months and be off for 6 months, I can do that. I can choose how long I'm at work and how long I'm at home. In the Navy, you have zero choice in that matter. I really did. I can't say it enough. I was really going to the Navy. I needed a different route. The idea of someone completely controlling my life kind of freaked me out a little bit. The Merchant Marine gave me a lot more freedom of choice, gave me a lot more freedom to do what I wanted and live the life that I wanted while still living that life at sea. And like I said, this gave me a good balance with my civilian life. I also didn't want the military lifestyle. I wanted to travel the world, but I didn't want to get stuck on a base. I didn't want to have to report back to this base and live on this base for 24 hours a day and report to these higher officers. And I mean, you still do that in the Merchant Marine, yeah. You still have officers, you still have a chain of command. That's where the mutual respect of being on a ship and on the sea life is that there always is a chain of command. But it is a lot more lenient. It is a lot more personal. It is a lot more like, you don't just take it all the time. You don't just take the constant abuse like you do in the Navy, and that's fine. Some people love that. Some people are okay with that. But in the Merchant Marine, the chain of command, you do have to listen to your higher officers. There's no way around that. But if one starts treating you like shit, you better stand up for yourself. You have the opportunity to stand up for yourself in the Merchant Marine and not get in trouble for it. You can fight for your right in the Merchant Marine, whereas in the Navy, they might cause a lot of problems when doing something like that. I mean, I'm not 100% sure how it is in the Navy. I know the Navy, definitely, when they go into port, they party. I know that. I've seen it. I think you can get in a lot more trouble in the Navy when going into port. You have to be a lot more, like, watch what you're doing. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I know in the Merchant Marine, when you're off the ship, you have a lot more freedom to do whatever you want. And you come back to the ship and kind of just fall back into the routine of it with no one watching you. Some ships, yes, they're a lot more strict than others. Tankers are pretty strict with that kind of stuff. But lots of ships that I've been on, I would come home and I would go to sleep and no one would ask any questions. There wouldn't be any issues. I would just enjoy myself in port, come back to the ship, and make sure I'm up for my time to work. That's really all it comes down to. So a big part that comes with the freedom aspect of it is when I'm in the Merchant Marine, when I'm off the ship, I'm off the ship. I'm not getting calls from anybody. I'm not getting calls from my officers in the Navy to report to this time. I'm off the ship. And when I'm off the ship, I'm enjoying myself fully. I don't even think about the ship. I do what I want when I'm home because I'm free. I'm completely free in that situation. There's no uniforms, no formalities whatsoever, just freedom on my downtime. Completely. No commitments to anything. I'll go back on a ship when I want to go back on a ship. I have that opportunity in the Merchant Marine. I don't have anybody telling me when I have to leave. Just the amount of money I have in my wallet is the only thing that tells me what time I have to leave and get back on the ship. When the wallet goes empty, that's when I go back. Simple as that. Also, with freedom in the Merchant Marine comes flexibility in the Merchant Marine. Like I said, I can choose the type of ship that I want to be on, the type of lifestyle that comes with it. I can still work on government ships with Military Sealift Command if I still want more of that lifestyle of being in the Navy and serving more. I can go Military Sealift Command, MSC, or I can go Union, SIU, SUP. If I want to go that route, if I want more of a freedom and choice route, I can go there. The flexibility that comes with these different choices. Or I can just go work for a company specifically. All of the above. The flexibility of choice, the flexibility of when I went off and when I went on, flexibility of choosing the specific type of ship that I want to. Ro-ros, container ships, tankers, tugboats, inland, offshore, whatever it may be. I have the flexibility of choosing when, where, what type of ship, all in the choice of lifestyle. As you can tell, the biggest thing for me, why I chose the Merchant Marine over the Navy so far, is because of choice, freedom, and flexibility. It's all in one bundle. I want more choice when it comes to my lifestyle and my career. If you're someone who really wanted to serve your country, that was something that really was stuck in your mind and that's why you feel like you need to go into the Navy. I don't know why, but people forget that the Merchant Marine, it is so heavily tied into the military and helping our country with whatever they need done. The Military Sealift Command directly works with the Navy, resupplying their ships, bringing cargo across the world specifically for the Navy. They are such a vital aspect of our country, and serving your country in the Merchant Marine is a great opportunity. And it took me some time to realize I'm still serving my country by being in the Merchant Marine. I'm giving a big part back to the bigger picture. I thought I had to be in the military to serve my country. I had to be in the military to give back to everything around me, to what all these amazing things that this country gives me. But being in the Merchant Marine, I get that. I get that fulfillment. I get that part. And you could too. If you're questioning it, and you're leaning heavily towards the Navy, just know there's another opportunity. If you want to work really close with the Navy, MSC. If you want to help and do your part in the Merchant Marine, but have more leniency, go Union, go company, whatever it may be. I've been on many ships with military contracts, bringing tanks, jets, whatever it may be across the world, working for Military Sealift Command, working for the Navy. You are so connected to the military and serving your country in the Merchant Marine. And I don't know why, but this country doesn't like to promote that. They don't like to let the common people know that the Merchant Marine have such a heavy influence on the way the world works and serving your country. They just like shoving the military down your throat, which is great. It's a great opportunity, but it's not the only opportunity. And if you're considering the Merchant Marine and you want to work with me directly and mariners from around the world, just start your journey in the Merchant Marine. Join my community, Sailors Connect. Link in description. Even though I do believe I would look absolutely fantastic in all of those Navy uniforms, at the end of the day, I chose the Merchant Marine because I wanted control over my life. I wanted freedom over my life. I wanted flexibility in my life to do what I want. I wanted to work hard, make money, and see the world, but I wanted to build it on my terms, not on someone else's schedule. If you have the same feeling, you should seriously consider this route in the Merchant Marine, because the Navy isn't the only option to serve your country, to sail around the world on a ship, to make amazing money in a fulfilling opportunity. The Merchant Marine is a great option for you. And when you do choose to join the Merchant Marine, I hope to see you out there and sail on.